It's showtime, everybody! We are going to be watching the trailer for Beetlejuice, which is actually what this movie's called. We saw the trailer, obviously. We haven't done a trailer reaction for the first trailer, but there's a new trailer. This one has story and characters and gives you a little bit more of an indication what the plot's going to be. You have an interesting history with Beetlejuice, so I'm excited to see your reaction to this at the very least. When it comes to
because when I was a little girl, I saw a sequence of it and it gave me nightmares all night.
I'm sure that there are plenty of people in the internet world who are watching this episode who have had similar experiences.
It was the scene with the closet and the hangers and the ghost. Like,
everybody has a scene where they were like, I can handle Beetlejuice.
I was a little child. It was on
small
TV.
Child.
I was a small child and someone was like, it'll be fine.
Oops, I guess it wasn't. Yeah, that's the history of Beetlejuice. I think well, I don't want to get into my history with Beetlejuice as much as I like it more now than I did as a kid, but my Beetlejuice was the cartoon show.
Okay.
And in fact, I think the first thing I saw of Beetlejuice was the cartoon show. So when I saw the movie, I'm like, so Beetlejuice has a total screen time of about, 3 minutes and 26 seconds? Like, I'm watching like 45 minutes and I'm like, where is the Beetlejuice and how do I cut to it? But so here's the trailer for Beetlejuice, aka Beetlejuice 2. Okay. I still maintain they should have called Beetlejuice.
Just gonna put these on now.
Here we go.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh.
Yeah. The house is in mourning.
Ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
we're living.
Haven't you seen Beetlejuice?
Can they coexist?
Now's my chance.
Ghosts aren't real. Only gullible people believe that kind of crap.
There we go.
I'm doing this.
Beetlejuice! I need you to help me save my daughter. How do I know that you're gonna keep your word?
I swear on my dead mother's soul. Days.
Oh, so there's like a story.
Stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey.
Recognize this puss.
Never seen that chick before in my life. Or afterlife.
Are you doing this?
Beetlejuice. I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort. Who wants to go first? All right, I will. See, I'm going to do the work.
You're that thing from my dream.
Really more nightmare material.
Confronting the unknown, conquering your fears. There's nothing harder.
What the Thank you all for coming to this special occasion, but right now would like a little privacy.
Don't forget, this is modern times. We're making this like today. We gotta make a cell phone joke. I mean, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting anything.
Right, I had no expectations for a Beetlejuice sequel.
Here's the thing: Winona Ryder has gained a lot of credit for me, or like she's always been incredible. But like Stranger Things, obviously, I'm like,
it reignited a lot of fervor for her.
I'm gonna have to go see this because she's in it and she's a treasure.
Yes.
Why is he old then, though?
Right? Why is
Isn't he a
Beetlejuice old?
ghost?
I mean, well, yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna have some.
They'll explain it, or they won't, or they'll be like, no,
Who cares?
I mean, he's been sitting in that waiting room for 30 plus years. How about he just a lot of dust and bugs? I don't know. I mean, like they're gonna have to explain where the hell the other two are. the original plot device
oh, yeah.
of
Where did they go?
this. Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin. Where the hell are they? And even if they were in it, why did they age?
Right.
It's like they really kind of almost future-proofed a lot of these classic 80s movies by being like, you really shouldn't make like a sequel 40 years after they made it.
Don't do that.
But I do want to say, like, this looks kind of fun. But again, it looks like as much fun as the first movie is, which is, that might be a bold claim for some, but for me, I'm like, I don't hate Beetlejuice.
No.
But I also am not a huge fan of it. Like, I like the cartoon more than the movie, but the movie has its moments, and those moments all involve Beetlejuice in it.
I think this is fun because it made me think of the original film, which I watched it as an adult.
Oh yeah, you've caught up
now. I more recently than I like to admit.
Sure.
But I finally, sat down. It's not scary at all.
No.
Little child me.
Oh yeah.
But it makes me think of the style that movie was made. Like,
yes.
It feels very connected to that. And can we just talk about how apparently like Willem Dafoe is like in a way my jump scare character? I'm like, what are you doing here, Willem Dafoe?
I'm thrilled that Willem Dafoe's in this because, of course, anytime Willem Dafoe's in a movie, it's a good time.
Yes.
Monica Bellucci looks like she is going to be Beetlejuice's ex-wife or former, widow.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a reference to it in the original Beetlejuice when he's going to marry Lydia. He takes out a finger with a ring on it.
Yes.
It's supposed to be just a sight gag, but let's make it into a plot device for this movie.
Yes,
okay. You know what? That's actually kind of smart. I think it's smart. I think it's good. It's good use of that joke into informing a story, especially if you're like actually trying to break it. Because when I was growing up, I had heard rumblings and then gotten just distinct confirmation, I believe, from Kevin Smith during one of his college tours.
Yeah.
That there was a sequel script floating around. And when I used to dabble in script reviews, that was one of those movies I was trying to get a hold of, but never actually sat down and read, which was called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. And it was, I believe, a sequel that was at least written as a way to get the studio off of Tim Burton's back for making a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
That said, while I don't know if I would have really embraced the tropical environment for Beetlejuice, a younger Michael Keaton in that role, I mean, I would have loved to have seen him do Beetlejuice again.
Sure.
And seeing him do it now, it's actually kind of fun because, he hasn't had a chance to really cut loose like this in a long time.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see that.
Now, Jenna Ortega, obviously,
like
off the back of Wednesday in a way.
It's like the most obvious choice you can make, but like in a
I don't think that's a bad. I was thinking about that. I'm like, listen,
it's the same way as like casting Patrick Stewart as Professor X. It's like, no, it's an obvious choice, but it's also the right one.
It's her career. Like,
well,
I'd go for it, and I think it's brilliant because that means people who enjoyed Wednesday are probably going to enjoy this too. Like, this is going to be like, it's
quirky and irreverent, and it has that kind of dark edge to it. She's
going to bring like that audience with her. I think that's really, really smart, and she's also just a good actress.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, no, I think the idea of they took my daughter, I need Beetlejuice to save her is
and clearly he's doing he's probably somehow
he probably kidnapped her in the first place,
or hinted that someone else should do it. I don't know.
Right, I don't know.
He's Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but the fact that Tim Burton's even directing this,
right?
The idea that I believe Tim Burton wanted to use as little CGI as possible, that he wanted to use a lot more practical effects, was like it's evident in this. It's
going to be a lot of scary puppets. Then that is what like scary puppets and horrifying hanger moments.
Yeah, no, I honestly, and I think that like if you need a movie made today that captures Uncanny Valley, you look no further than the effects of the 80s, which I have nothing but deep affinity for, and of course, unresolved childhood trauma from. I would argue, hey, forget the guys who made Beetlejuice, call the guys who made The Neverending Story. Because that'll scare the crap out of everybody.
Yet another movie I saw as an adult.
Right. And you were spared.
Yeah.
I can't wait for The Neverending Story Part 5 or whatever the hell. Because they made a couple there. We're not here to talk about The Neverending Story.
Right.
But
Beetlejuice.
So, of course, the other question I have, and it has nothing to do with the trailer necessarily, but it has everything to do with the title. Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Does that mean there's gonna be a third one?
Does that mean they're making a third one? Because it feels like this is kind of like, look, we're asking a lot, making a second one this long.
Maybe they're just leaving the door open.
I think
they're not planning on it, but they're leaving the door open. The door is there. Yeah. Maybe.
Just saying Beetlejuice, and then they could have made Beetlejuice. Like, that's what it would have happened if they'd made this movie in 2003. That would have killed.
I'm sorry. I'm not with you on this one.
I understand. But yeah, so as again, like as a not quite Beetlejuice fan, seeing this trailer that actually tells you something about it, because the other one was much more of a teaser, and I'm glad of it because I just wanted to kind of be teased, but also I wanted to see more. It made me want to see more. This trailer did, and now that I get the plot, and I'm like, okay, so the plot is like it's just
That's all you need.
Good.
You give wiggle room for them to
just
do what
play.
they do.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for it. Obviously, I feel like the score for it is fairly iconic.
Oh yeah.
And so they give you just enough of it to get you pretty excited about it.
Yes. That theme.
It reminds you, it's a little like madcap.
Oh yeah. that is the absolute perfect word to describe the Beetlejuice franchise. Is just madcap. That's if you are not capturing madcap, then I don't know what you're doing here. You are at the wrong party. But there you have it, folks. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and like this video. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
Thanks for watching.
Na, 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 na. I wonder if we get flagged for that.